Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to stand and we want you to make some noise.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go racing here at Knoxville.
Only the best go 3 abreast.
It is show time at Williams Grove Speedway.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here at Eldora Speedway, it's showtime!
You got them for a rep. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
It's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
Set to do battle for 30 laps. The green flag is waving.
Hello again. It is MRN's Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires, right on our strength, and by Grunt Style. We are so glad you joined us. Erin Evernham and Steve Post here as we are talking sprint car racing, and this is our favorite time of the week. Erin, how are you?
I'm great. Yourself?
Fantastic. It's my favorite time of the week,
Oh, yeah,
of course.
mine too.
Exactly. Of course it's good. Hey, we're going to talk to a first-time winner with the World of Outlaw Craftsman Sprint Cars, Cory Eliason, and a multi-time winner with the ASCS Tour, but it's been a while. Yeah. The Rocket, Roger Crockett, going to join us a little bit later on. One of the big stories across the board has been rain, and Erin, watching social media the last 24 hours, if we don't get some racing in, somebody's going to get hurt.
Yes, if you follow Sheldon Hanshield
Oh, my gosh.
or Rico Ibaru, you know that they've been up to motorcycle, skiing, snowboarding, gosh knows what.
I know, and this is not going to end well. I don't think Rico and Sheldon building a motocross track is a good idea.
No. It does not look like it. Give them a race car, please.
Let's get somebody racing along the way, but unfortunately, the Wednesday night show at Placerville's already been rained out.
Yes.
So we'll have to see what happens. Hey, let's take a look at our Classic Ink screen printing and embroidery hot topics. Another first-time winner, Cory Eliason. This is fascinating to me in that we've had 7 races and 3 first-time winners this year.
I agree. I mean, I think it just goes to show how tough the competition is. And I think that sometimes the West Coast is a good place for that because the tracks are a little smaller, a little more racy, a little, I don't know, it just seems to suit first-time winners.
That's a good point. That really, truly is. So he picked up the win. Of course, Donnie Schatz has 3 wins along the way. Sheldon got his first and second win. And then Aaron Reitzel last week and Cory Eliason, who we're going to talk to in just a little bit. The fabulous Lincoln Speedway, now they're racing. Everyone else in Pennsylvania is struggling. But the Edge, Brian Monteith.
That was nice.
Last lap pass, 56th career win at the track.
That was great to see Brian in victory lane. You know, we talked to him often throughout the year, and always good to see him getting a win. The
Edge scoring the victory. Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour, they kicked off their season with the Rocket Roger Crockett getting the win, and I-30 Speedway in Arkansas. A big shocker here. Tim Crowley, I mean, he owns that Hammer Hill track.
He does.
It's unreal. I mean,
and has for years.
Oh my gosh! Like you go to the short track nationals and they've got 8 zillion cars. You can worry about 7,999,000 of them, but then you got to deal with Crowley.
Yep.
And it's like, holy cow, it's crazy. So great stuff across the board. That, of course, is your Classic Ink screen printing and embroidery hot topics. www.classicinkusa.com. Also want to remind you to get your tickets for the Country 500 at Daytona. It's Memorial Day weekend, May 25th, 26th, and 27th. Dierks Bentley, Chris Stapleton, Toby Keith, and Sugarland are just some of the acts that will be on hand. Go to country500.com for more information. Let's step away. When we come back, the most recent new first-time winner on the World of Outlaw Craftsman Sprint Car Tour, Cory Eliason. He joins us next.
Aggressive Hydraulics, where we engineer the cylinders that move your business. We specialize in designing and manufacturing purpose-built, application-specific hydraulic cylinders with superior precision and performance, making OEM products stronger, crafting cylinders that operate on a global basis in a wide variety of industries and applications. Get aggressive with your cylinder challenges. AggressiveHydraulics.com.
Sage Fruit is a high-quality grower, packer, and shipper of Washington State apples, pears, and cherries. Sage Fruit believes in sprint car racing. Sage Fruit has been a proud sponsor of sprint cars for the last 15 years and a proud partner of Wing Nation for the last 3 years. We love sprint car racing, and we are there for our sprint car fans. Sage Fruit works hard to deliver an exceptional eating experience. We value our relationship with sprint car fans and appreciate your continued support of Sage Fruit. Ask for Sage Fruit at your local grocer.
Whatever you drive, wherever you go, Hercules Tires will get you there. Whether you're running on dirt or running a job, Our dependable, high-quality tires are the perfect fit for your needs. For unmatched value, selection, and warranty with industry-leading road hazard protection, there's only one choice: Hercules Tires. To learn more, visit HerculesTire.com or call 800-677-9535. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
I'm Greg Wilson. Everyone has a hero. Aaron's is Steve Kinzer, and Steve's is Paul Sides. We obviously know who likes to party more. You're watching MRN's Wing Nation on MRN.com.
Welcome back. It is MRN's Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires, right on our strength. Thank you, Greg, I think, along the way. We're so glad you joined us, and for the second week in a row here, we're going to talk to a first-time winner. In the World of Outlaw Craftsman Sprint Cars, drove that Roth number 83 car to victory this past weekend at the Stockton Dirt Track. Cory Eliason's on the line. Hello, Cory. Welcome back to Wing Nation.
Hey, how you guys doing?
We are doing well. The key question is, how are you doing? Congratulations on that win.
Yeah, thank you. I'm doing good. I'm just living the dream.
I guess so.
Yeah, I guess so. You guys had that car hooked up, man. You were, every time the flag flew, a restart, original start, you just took off. Is it something you found, or the track just suit you? What made you so good?
Troy Welty gave me a great race car all night. I think it was the fact that we led it last weekend for so long, and the pace that I kept just wasn't fast enough, and we ended up getting past and finishing second. So this week, once we started, I went with the pace that I'd run in qualifying, and I never let up until I saw the checkered flag. So it happened to work out. I didn't get shown a nose, and we got the win.
How much was that in your mind that the week before?
It was definitely in my mind. I mean, I was told a couple times not to slow down, make sure that I don't let this one slip away. So that's all I could think about, was making sure I don't let this one get away from us.
Cory, you said you ran the feature like every lap was qualifying. The track was heavy and rough, and your cars were bouncing around. How physical was it? How badly were you worn out after the checkered flag flew?
I was definitely worn out. I mean, it was one of the most technical tracks we've had in a long time. I mean, it's definitely, that track is what you normally see at Tulare, where it's rough, hooked up on the top, and this time it just happened to be at Stockton, where there's a little more speed and longer straightaway. So I was worn out, and I was glad that, I'm thankful for the cautions when they flew, because if we went green to checker, that probably wouldn't have lasted the whole race.
I can imagine. I'm sitting in the hotel room in California watching you guys, and I'm taking a beating. I can't even imagine what it was like out there. I mean, that was amazing, the way you wheeled that car and put it into victory lane. Cory, what's the reaction been from those across the sport, from those in the industry, from family and friends? I can't imagine. It's probably been pretty good reaction.
Yeah, everybody's super excited. I mean, everyone's happy for me that I finally was able to do it. You know, the team's excited, the car owner's excited. It was exciting to actually get my first Outlaw win in front of the home fans that watch me. So, do it for them. It's something special just because they get to enjoy the moment just like I do. So hopefully we can pick off a couple more, and if we get to come back with Outlaws in California, we can do it again.
That's awesome. Cory, you started on the pole. We talked about the track being heavy, somewhat narrow, which is great when you're starting on the pole, but you really had to navigate lap traffic. I mean, that was not an easy task with the track being so narrow and so heavy. Talk about that and managing the lead and knowing where to pick the right line.
Yeah, we got to lap traffic, I think, with 4 or 5 laps in. So when I got there, I just had to make decisions quick, hope for the best, because with the Outlaws, you don't get a second chance, especially when you make a wrong choice with the lap car. So I figured they were right on me once I got to lap traffic, and it just so happened, I mean, I got the lucky brakes. A car would hit the rut and kind of bounce out, and I'd be able to get by him, so it made my life a little bit easier, but it did slow the pace down quite a bit, but I'm glad that I never got too slow to where somebody was able to come up and challenge me for the lead.
Indeed. Well, watching it on Dirt Vision, and of course you're wheeling that car, that was not going to happen. There wasn't anyone close, but you didn't know that, and you wheeled that race car to victory, and it was a blast to watch. It really, truly was. All right, so it looks like Ocean Speedway this week, then the tour moves to Bakersfield. But over the next few weeks, over the next couple of months, What is your plan? What's the game plan? We talked to you down at Volusia. We had you on our MAV TV show, and we know it's kind of a week by week, month by month deal. Has anything solidified up, or where are you going from here?
We don't really know that much. I know Dennis has joked a couple times, saying he started the night by saying, well, if you move up a couple spots in points, you just might be running full Outlaws, and then we ended up winning. And so after we won, he said you just might be going somewhere sooner than you think. So it's just kind of week by week right now, kind of get through this weekend and see. We have the Easter weekend off, so that will be good to kind of regroup, and then he'll kind of let us know whether we're going to go to Arizona and follow the Outlaws until he decides not to, or we run full tour. I don't know, so I'm just happy that we get to go outside California and race.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you that. I saw Kyle Larson tweet that he wanted Dennis to take you back on the road full time. Cory, how exciting is that for you as a driver? But also, on the other hand, how anxious are you to know? I mean, as a driver, man, I would be dying to know where I was headed or if I was going to get the chance to run. How do you manage those emotions?
It's tough right now. I'm still working my full-time job during the week, so that's keeping me busy right now. But until Dennis says we're leaving or we get told that we're going to go ahead and go for it, we just kind of take it week by week and race by race and do our best. All we do is go out there to win every race we go to. As long as we have that mentality, he'll choose where we go.
What is your full-time job?
I'm a fabricator at D1 Chassis. I built 600 micro sprints.
So at least you're in the racing business. So they would understand if you get tabbed to go do this thing. They may miss you, but they would understand.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's already been forgotten. I mean, they all know that when I started working here, I was racing, and my goal was to race full-time. So they know that that's the job that I'm looking for. So as long as I'm going in that job, they'll be happy for me.
And Cory, the other good news is that unlike every other sprint car driver in California, you have a job and something to do, because there is major league boredom among the drivers out there with the rain. So and some of them are going to hurt themselves, as a matter of fact. So it's got to be good to have a job just to stay out of the hotel rooms.
Yeah, exactly. I keep myself busy, and I'm not trying to build a motocross track and race motorcycles during the week, apparently.
Precisely. That's exactly who and what we're talking about.
Awesome. So, Cory, other than waiting to find out what Dennis's choice is there anything else? Are there any other possible rides you have? Any 360 stuff? Is there anything else on the table?
Not right now. I mean, they've kind of come up with a schedule. We have a couple. I mean, we could run full Outlaws, or we go to a schedule where our first race outside of California would be the Mansfield race, and then we run Outlaws and All-Stars throughout the whole year. So I'm pretty much committed to them all year. We have a full schedule, and we'll just kind of play it by ear. It's going to be a full schedule. I just don't know if it's going to be full Outlaws or if we get to do the hit-and-miss stuff.
We'll see. Stay tuned along the way. Keep doing what you did this past weekend, and it gets a little bit easier along the way. Cory, congratulations. Had so much fun hanging out and chatting with you down at Volusia, and had a lot of fun watching you wheel that car to victory on Saturday night. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, thank you.
There we go. Cory Eliason, the youth movement in sprint car racing, alive and very, very well.
Very, very healthy.
That kid can wheel a car.
He can. He absolutely can.
That is good stuff. Good stuff along the way. Speaking of wheeling a car, the Rocket, Roger Crockett, he joins us next.
The National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum is proud to open the Brian Clausen Suite Tower in 2018. Located next to the museum, it's a testament to the sprint car community's commitment to honor Brian Clausen's legacy while helping the museum sustain financial stability into the future. To donate to the Brian Clausen Suite Tower and help cover construction costs, visit bcforever.com or call the museum directly at 800-874-4488. Bring your friends by the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum next time you visit Knoxville.
For over 50 years, drivers in sprint car, midget, micro, modified, and even third lay model have taken the checkered flag on Weld Racing Wheels. Legendary drivers like Joe Saldana, Carl, Mark, and Steve Kinzer, Doug Wolfgang, and countless other racers have trusted Weld Racing Wheels for their superior strength and lightweight construction to finish ahead of the competition. With 50 years of race-winning engineering and technology, American-made Weld Racing Wheels are designed and built to withstand virtually any abuse you throw at them. Weld Racing. Proven speed.
Go Restore your vehicle's lost power by cleaning your entire fuel system with Chevron Techron Fuel System Cleaner. Right now, buy one bottle and get one free at O'Reilly Auto Parts, plus get double O Rewards points on your purchase. Keep your engine clean with Chevron Techron Fuel System Cleaner at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hi, I'm Casey Kane. Now back to Wing Nation.
Welcome back. It is MRN's Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. Talked to Cory Eliason just a bit ago, watching Dirt Vision, watching him. My Friday night was racingboys.com and listening to all the action at the famed Devil's Bowl Speedway in Texas. And the guy that parked it on the front stretch drives that number 11 car, the Rocket. Roger Crockett joins us now. Hello, Roger. Welcome back to Wing Nation.
Hi there. Happy to be back on. Hope you guys are doing well today.
We are doing fantastic. Roger, I read about the absolute thrash that you and your wife and anybody else that could happen to be in the vicinity you would put that car together. My gosh, if you're going to thrash and put one together, you might just well go win the race. That had to be a huge relief on Friday night and a huge start to the season for you guys.
Yeah, it was. You know, a lot of it's just the hard work that we put into our business to be able to enable us to go racing. And kind of last minute, they were going to end up running our car, actually. And yeah, just everything kind of came together last minute, but we were able to go up there and make the best of it, which was great.
Oh, I'd say you made the best of it. Roger, what does it mean to win at a place like Devil's Bowl that has so much rich, awesome history in the sprint car world?
Oh, it's amazing. You know, that place has been around obviously a really long time, and I was reading, looking like that was like the 45th Spring Nationals or something like that, which is just crazy. You know, that race has been around a long time, and obviously I think the first World of Outlaws race was there, so it's a pretty amazing place, let alone how unique it is and how tough that place is with the way the corners are and the straightaway being higher in the backstretch and all that.
Indeed. Well, describe the race. Describe what you went through during that run to score the victory.
Well, we knew it'd be pretty fast around the top before the main event, looking at the track, and you know we hoped we'd get the jump one of the starts we did. The next one we didn't, and you know they were setting a pretty good pace there as we were running second, and Travis was running second too for a little while there, and we were third, but we were kind of hanging right with them early in the race and just waiting for traffic. And you know, as things panned out, there wasn't a whole lot of traffic, and there was just a yellow at the right time, and we're able to just kind of keep an eye on, you know, seeing the racetrack get cleaned down lower and everything, and that place has a little bit of a history for taking rubber at times, so I just tried to keep an eye on that, and, you know, we just were able to make the best of it when the time came to get down there and be one of the first guys to find it and get the lead.
Roger, describe to our listeners who have never driven what it's like to look and find lines on the racetrack, but to know when the track is taking rubber and to know when to take advantage of that. Did you notice it when you were green flagged? Did you notice it under caution? Tell us a little bit about, you know, as a driver, how it is to find that.
So, yeah, a lot of times, you know, when you're running a race and you see the track start getting really, really slick, you'll notice the dust starts to go away. And when the dust starts to go away, personally, I start trying to smell for tires because you can always smell when it starts flying rubber. You can smell your tires getting hot or other guys around you. And like I said, when the dust goes away, you start trying to figure out what's going on. And a yellow happened to come out before I'd really heard anybody or seen anything. And I went down after the yellow came out right in the middle of 3 and 4, and it stuck pretty darn good. So I thought, okay, it may not be rubbered up yet, but it's definitely getting ready to, you know. And sometimes the track just gets so clean that you can get grip down there better than where you're at up in the cushion near dust.
I love when Erin and gets to talk to other drivers because I learned so much. I never would have thought of the sense of smell.
Yeah.
Never would have thought of that as just a knucklehead that's watched this racing game forever and ever. That's fascinating. That really is. Roger, you talked about your other business and getting things up and running. You've moved from the Northwest to the Midwest. What else going on? What is the other business? How is this all going to work for you as you start to work your way into 2018?
Yeah, you know, we've been very fortunate to have some great customers with our embroidery line taking off. We do a ton of hats for, you know, a good portion of World of Outlaw guys and other big names across the U.S., really. So that enabled us to move to the Midwest and be at a more central location and actually benefit our business. While, you know, the primary reason that all comes up is obviously oriented around racing. And in the Northwest, it's just there's not a lot of racing left there. And as far as what I need to do and what I want to accomplish in my career before I'm too old. So I think my best years are ahead of me if I get back here and get racing 60, 70, 80 shows again. So that's really what it was around. And like I said, the business is doing really good being more central. We get stuff to people within a couple days instead of 4 or 5 days at times. And it's been going really well.
That's awesome. Roger, what's the plan as of right now for the season as far as driving goes? I know, you're trying to balance, obviously, a business, a new move, and driving. What does the schedule look like so far?
We've put a schedule together just kind of based on where we're at and, not being gone from home horribly long. And, it's pretty easy to get 80 races out there. Now, whether we can run that many or not, that definitely depends on, our results and maybe if we get some help along the way. But I would really love to try and run the whole national series. It's always something I've wanted to do. And from my car standpoint, where I'm at financially, it's something I can almost afford to do with 360 racing. We're not quite to a point of being able to do it 410 racing yet. So that's kind of our goal. We just got to take it 1 week at a time. As of right now, we plan on running through Pennsylvania, and then we'll just kind of assess where we're at that point.
Through Pennsylvania, you better get those embroideries, those stitch machines going. If you're going to Pennsylvania, you'll sell some hats and shirts over that part of the world.
Yeah, definitely. It would be really fun to go over to there, and never been there racing, so it's definitely something I'm looking forward to a lot.
Indeed. Well, Roger, I'll tell you what, it's been a blast. We actually, Erin, we met Roger, qualified for the Knoxville Nationals a few years ago.
Okay.
Stuck it in the show there, and so we tracked him down and got him on the stage with us there at Knoxville, and it's been so much fun following along. The sprint car world is an up and down, topsy-turvy road, but we love the good moments like Friday night down at Devil's Bowl, Roger, and we appreciate you taking the time and joining us here today.
Yep, thank you guys. I always appreciate being on, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
I'm sure we will. There you have it.
Yeah.
The Rocket, Roger Crockett. Man, that cat can wheel a car.
He can. I've known Roger for a long time. We actually raced together back when
Did
I
you
was
really?
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yep. Roger's a great guy, and he's, like you said, he's a great racer.
So passionate about it, and that's the thing that struck me when we first met him there at Knoxville is just, and that time I remember the big story was he stuck it in the show. You know, and everybody had to fly from, it was like he had a preliminary, it might have been Wednesday night. And like Thursday, everyone's booking tickets from Oregon into Knoxville to try to get there.
Yeah.
It's like, by the way, I'm in the show. We probably ought to get some crew guys. We probably ought to get some people here. He did all the hard work himself.
Yeah.
But great guy and a great story. And love that he picked up that win for the Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour. Appreciate the Racing Boys giving us some video there for those of you watching the video stream. We need to step away. When we come back, a real special edition, our Sprint Car Hall of Fame calendar, and a really, really cool guy. We'll talk about him and a whole lot more next.
Looking for custom racewear and embroidery? Do you want your race fans to represent your race team with trendy original apparel? Contact Classic Ink USA, the new standard in custom screen printing and embroidery. Located in Greater Pittsburgh, Classic Ink USA's professional staff utilizes state-of-the-art facilities to transform your ideas into an attractive wearable piece. From custom track swag racewear to trendy quick crew wear, Classic Ink handles it all. Find out how you can get started. Contact Classic Ink USA screen printing and embroidery at the track and on your back.
The American Sprint Car Series is back for its 27th year. Whether you're catching the Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour at tracks like Williams Grove, Skagit Speedway, Knoxville Raceway, Lucas Oil Speedway, or any of the 6 regional tours across the United States, you'll find the ASCS Nation racing at a track near you. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram today. Then see the full schedule, track-by-track history, updates, and more at ASCSRacing.com.
O'Reilly. Save on your next oil change when you purchase 5 quarts of Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic Motor Oil for $28.95, plus get a $15 O'Reilly Auto Parts gift card after mail-in rebate and earn 200 bonus O Rewards points. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Find Wing Nation on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, and in the MRN.com Media Center.
Welcome back. It is MRN's Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. I want to. Roger Crockett said that he can smell.
Yeah.
So you can smell when a track rubber starts to stick to rubber. Really?
Absolutely.
That's fascinating to me.
I mean, with everything you have going on, you get the smell of burnt rubber. Which is a rare smell in a sprint car, unless
unless something's rubbing on somewhere it's not supposed to be rubbing.
And they don't usually rub on anything because there's no fenders or anything. So
you go with it. So you start to smell it and you say this track is taking rubber. So then you kind of scope and see where that's at.
Yeah, it depends what comes first. Sometimes you see it. Sometimes you hit it once. Like he mentioned, he went down there and stuck.
He said that before
sometimes
caution
that'll
came
happen, or sometimes as the caution's coming out, you can let off and you feel your tire stick. You're like, huh. And usually, like he said, it's cleaned off, but it almost track's been dry slick, and then when it starts to rubber up, it's more of a when it's dry slick, it looks like glass, but when it starts to take rubber, it's got more of a dull finish to it, so you can kind of see it too.
Yeah, I get the sight thing. That just struck me with the smell.
Yeah,
That's
you definitely start to smell it, and actually, sometimes after a track is really rubbered up, you'll actually have like a little bit of rubber on your face, like you've been to a drag race.
Yeah, I get that too. I just that smell thing really fascinated me. It's good stuff.
You got to use all your senses.
Got to use all your senses, exactly. Yep. Hey, Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum, the birthday calendar coming up later this week. Billy Schumann on Wednesday. Coming up Friday, Damian Gardner, and you have a birthday coming up this week.
Yes, I do.
All right, absolutely.
Yeah, they're not as fun anymore. I mean, as you get
well,
older,
when they get to be 24, 25 years old, they start start to take their toll.
Not so much 24, 25 anymore.
Indeed. Saturday, Larry Rice, Russ Clendenin, Sunday, Roy Bryant, Albert Buddy Taylor. Today would have been the birthday of Bob Trossel, Trossel's Garage. Amazing story. 1993 inductee into the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame. Lived in Des Moines, Iowa his whole life. In the early 60s, he was building dragsters, but then converted to super modifieds, which was the forerunner to the sprint cars. In 1962, he built a Knoxville car, and I'll tell you what, he just absolutely just was the kingpin out there for years and years. 6-time track champion with drivers like Doug Wolfgang, Shane Carson, Tim Green, Randy Smith. Wolfgang in 77 won 45 races, including 12 at Knoxville, including the Nationals. One time they ran 10 in a row at Knoxville. Absolutely amazing. One of the other things that Trossel was very, very notorious for is connecting Knoxville, Iowa, and Australia.
Yes.
He was the one that took some cars down under, I guess, is what he did. And that's what started a lot of that connection.
And then he started hosting drivers. He actually hosted a car in the early 2000s for a driver from Australia. That ran at Knoxville
bridge,
Weekly.
That
Australia. He was very, I
always wondered how that kind of happened. It's an interesting part about our sport.
Yeah.
And so, but people like Bob Trossel are a lot of the reasons for it. And man, I'll tell you what, when he was not building cars and hosting, he was an ambassador for the Sprint Car Hall of Fame.
Huge ambassador. Even the last few years until he passed away, you could always catch him on the second floor of the Hall of Fame, or wandering around the Knoxville in the Sprint Car Hall of Fame, or at the track. And he always had a smile on his face. And for me, he always was willing to give advice or encouragement. I could never even think of a bad thing to ever say about him. He was a great person.
That is amazing. It really is. Trossel's Garage is part of
Yes, I was going to mention that.
And they do a lot of autograph sessions down there in Trossel's Garage.
Yep, during the week of the Hall of Fame, they host a number of autograph sessions.
Amazing stuff. It really, truly is. You can find out more information about Bob Trossel and all of the Hall of Famers by going to the Sprint Car Hall of Fame, which is turn number 2 in Knoxville, Iowa. But sprintcarhof.com, that's www.sprintcarhof.com. They're getting ready to open up in April. Won't be long now, the Brian Clausen Tower as well.
Yes, I know we talked about it earlier. We'd love to be there for the opening, but it's amazing how fast that building has gone up in the mid of winter in Knoxville, Iowa.
They haven't even lifted.
So there's been like 10 below, and you see the steel workers out there. So
going.
it's ready and it's on schedule, which is unlike a lot of other construction projects.
No doubt. So going to be exciting, that's for sure. Of course, they're always looking for donations and help. SprintCarHof.com. And they got that gift shop, that world's biggest sprint car store. Oh my gosh. I go on that page and my credit card hurts. Oh, it's crazy. It's so good, all the stuff out in Knoxville, Iowa. Coming up later this week, the upcoming calendar, we're going to presented by Aggressive Hydraulics. On Thursday, Brad Doty going to join us on Wing Nation Weekend, presented by Hefner Racing Products. And Saturday, Paul McMahon going to join us on Wing Nation, presented by Sage Fruit on MAV TV.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
Good stuff, that's for sure. So going to be a big, big week, that's for sure, and all kinds of great stuff along the way. Love talking to first-time winners, and man, we had a blast today talking with that first-time winner, Cory Eliason, and Roger Crockett joining us as well. Can't wait to see what happens this week.
Yeah, rain, stay away.
Rain, stay away. We need to see some racing, that's for sure. Hey, we appreciate those drivers joining us, but more important than all of that, thank you for joining us here today.
Wing Nation has been brought to you by Hercules Tires and by Grunt Style. Wing Nation can be found on demand at MRN.com, iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Wing Nation is a production of the Motor Racing Network. All rights reserved.